Joining us now, Travis Allen, Rowan County, North Carolina Sheriff. He has been helping with recovery throughout the region. Sheriff, thank you very much for being with us this morning. What does the area look like? How have you been involved in recovery efforts?
Our office started on Saturday morning with a plea from their sheriff to come get his inmates out of his jail. They had no power, no water, no food, that type of thing since about Thursday. So we made a trip up early Saturday afternoon to get their inmates and brought them back. It was a rather hard job getting up and down the mountain there. It was one of the most nervous times I've been in law enforcement in 30 years, is getting those inmates safely down. We left a crew of about 12 people up there. Then I returned the next day with a much larger crew.
So what are some of those challenges that you say really were challenges that you haven't had to experience in 30 years of service?
Yes, sir. The devastation, I've just never seen it. My parents have lived at the coast of North Carolina. I've seen hurricanes, but I've never seen the damage to the North Carolina mountains as I've seen. I have family members in Avery County and Mitchell County, and we are dealing out of Avery County, North Carolina. We've been a part of numerous search and rescue missions. We have ATVs, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides going into those areas. The footage you're showing is us and myself and the ATVs going in. And that's how we have to get food and water to some of these places. We've cut through cow pastures, and like we're going through somebody's yard here. It's just so difficult to get to some of these, what the mountain people call hollers, hills and hollers, where there's one road in to about 50 to 100 homes, and that road is gone. It's not just a bridge that's gone. It's the whole road that's gone. It's pretty bad. Yeah,
Sheriff, what do you need right now? How can we help you help those that are right now living in areas where there's just very difficult to get to them?
And that's a big issue. I don't think that even the Avery County Sheriff Mike Henley and his staff have done a fantastic job, but these are rural communities. They may only have 30 or 40 officers in their whole community. So it's a manpower strain. We've been sending a good many people up there. Finally, you see some National Guard and FEMA coming, but they usually generally dealing at the food distribution centers or the hubs. It's still the small departments that are going into these areas and reaching other people. We finally got across the river. You're showing a picture of the river that we finally got across just a few days ago to look for a missing school teacher that was swept off of her roof. Her husband was thrown on the bank. She was swept away. We've looked for her for 3 days unsuccessfully. So it's something I've never seen. I would suggest that you donate to your organizations like your Red Cross. Mm-hmm. What we are experiencing is a lot of great people wanting to help, and they bring things up to the mountains, and it just causes a lot of traffic. It causes a lot of logistical issues because they get up there and then they realize, well, I don't have enough gas to get home, and there's no gasoline up there. So if you're wanting to donate, donate through national organizations that we respect, like your Red Cross, right, and your other groups, Americans Purse, things like that, hey, and let them be the coordinator of it.
Sheriff, do you have any idea how many people are out there that haven't been reached and so desperately need help? How many people?
I can speak about Avery County. Avery County is where we've been working. I would say that 70% of Avery County can get to food and water and can get to things, but there's probably still about 30% of their backcountry that is not accessible other than helicopter, other than ATVs. Avery counties have, as of yesterday, had 2 fatalities, but there's a lot more. There's several missing people, that a dozen or more that we know that were actually saw swept away that we haven't located. So I think as the days go on, this number is going to get drastically worse.